You know one thing I found out? Sometimes, go study some of our politicians, especially some of the people who have done some of the most wicked things. They were poor. How come they woke up, became rich, and now became the oppressor of the poor? This guy that is sounding like this, a day came, this Samuel was afraid of Saul. Saul could kill Samuel. And when God told Samuel to go and anoint David, Samuel started negotiating with God. He said, Lord, if Saul hears that I'm going to anoint a king, I will die. God didn't say, don't say that. Don't confess that kind of a thing. God knew it was true. Because Saul had killed in one day, I'm not sure the number now, some hundreds of priests who helped David. He came and he heard that they gave David some food, they gave him shelter. He called all of them out, priests, and killed them. You have people who are in the house of God, brother this, sister that, deacon this, pastor that. You think they are humble, you think they love the church until they have power. Until they have power. When they become governors and become presidents, sometimes these people perpetrate the biggest opposition and biggest whatever you call it on the church. I grew up in the north. I grew up in Kano. I grew up in Kano. You know what I found out? If you were driving in Kano and you meet a policeman and you say you're a pastor, you say, oh, he is a Hausa guy. He tell you to pass. Oh, please sit. Go. You're driving in the south or southeast. I say, and so what? There's a pastor in the jail right now. There's one pastor inside jail. All on a pastor, now be thief. It seems there is no regard. How could someone who was a Christian or who claims to be a Christian, and now because you have some political power or you work in certain place and they tell you to go and lock a church, they tell you to go and arrest people for worshiping God, then you yourself, you carry yourself and go. Listen, you tell a Muslim to do that, he will not do it. You tell him to go and arrest people who are praying. Listen, these guys, express road, Abuja Kaduna express road, they will close it up and be praying on the road. Express road. All the cars, when the cars come, they stop, they turn like this and they drive and go. All the Christian politicians, when they say it, they don't talk anything, just do and go. Go and have crusade and go and do it on the road. Say, this is what we are saying, this is what we are saying, this is what you are saying. Then you're opposing the church. Opposing the church. You know, I tell you something. Listen to me. I tell you something. When you see all of them that look so powerful and they come out looking all nice, doesn't mean everything is nice. When you see them driving in their tinted cars, don't mean everything is nice. Some of them are suffocating in all that thing because of the things that they have done and people that they have touched that they didn't have any business touching. You know, you are, say for instance, you're a journalist and they tell you you must write against this. There's a story, breaking story. And then you, And our sources said, our sources said, our sources said. When you read papers and you just read things and you believe them, it's because nobody has written about you. When you understand how a story can be fabricated and be told with sources that don't exist, and it has happened to you and your name is on it, then you realize that it's not everything that you see online and you read that you agree that is true. They tell you write, say no, I'm not going to do it. We'll fire you. Say fire me. Fire me. This guy, let's go back to Saul. Saul was humble.